Ashley Austin Morris, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for listening or being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm like, I adore you as a friend, but I am such a fan of yours.
Oh, you stop it right now, my little salsa lady.
No, you're so talented. You know.
Oh,
that.
you're talented. You also got an album coming out. That's exciting.
It is out.
It is
now
out.
The video component is coming out on November 10th.
I love that you call it video component.
Yeah, is it because it was like the same night?
Yeah.
What would you call it?
The video. The video component.
You don't call it
my album.
You don't call it a component?
No, it's just very, it's very structured.
Yeah.
It's nice. The video component of my album.
Yeah. So the album Slightly Off is out, and now the video will come out on New York Comedy Club's YouTube.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
They're fun. I
love
them.
Doing
a lot.
Yeah, I love them so much.
Yeah, they're wonderful people. Very exciting.
Yeah, I love them so much.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, now let's talk about you being a drunk idiot.
Okay, yeah. That was fun. Yeah. I don't drink really anymore, but those were fun. Yeah. I was such an idiot.
Yeah.
It's literally why I can't drive.
It's what, really?
Yeah. I didn't learn how to drive with in a sober way.
Oh.
And so now I'm terrified of driving.
Oh.
I'll let you go in order.
Okay. No, it's fine. I just love that. I was just like, oh, is this a DUI situation?
No.
We've had those. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
We've had a few. We've had a handful of wow, you're lucky you're alive. Holy hell.
Yeah, I have been escorted home by the police from a Taco Bell, but they just dropped me back on. They just took me home, which is the epitome of white privilege. You know what I mean? I threw a thesaurus at a police officer at Taco Bell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we might start there.
Okay.
What the hell happened?
I want you to go in order of the way that you go.
Threw a thesaurus at a officer at a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Now, usually there's no thesaurus in a Taco Bell.
I know. It was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, which is that means I had one of two thesauruses in the entire city of Winston. You know what I mean? It's not known for its thesaurus.
Having Taco Bell. How many other ways could you say Taco Bell? What is it? Tortilla sandwich?
Yeah. A tortilla sandwich.
Yeah.
That would be so good. To just go into a Taco Bell and be like, can I get a tortilla sandwich?
And then you whip out your thesaurus and be like, come at me. Beef is just cow munch. That's just, I want a cow munch tortilla sandwich with the milk of the udder of that cow.
But it has to be that cow.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, man, that's sad.
I know, that is sad. Oh, crap.
Okay, so where are you born? Are you born from Winston-Salem?
No. I was born in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, that's fun.
I know.
Yeah?
Yeah, I moved all over.
Okay. Army brat situation? Or?
No, everybody has that. We don't know. It's just something my mom likes to. My mom just moved to Roosevelt Island last week.
Oh.
She just moves.
Do you like having mom close by?
Yeah.
Great.
But she'll move again.
Yeah.
So it's I don't even know why she's unpacking.
Yeah.
But I love her. I wish she would stay here.
Yes.
But she's a traveling lady.
She's a
not
traveling lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. But
she's
it
a
was
Rolling
good.
Stone, that
She's
Mama
a
Bear.
Rolling Stone. I love that song. But I feel like in what we do, it's good that I've lived everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You kind of have a feel for the whole United States.
I think so. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's nice. Do you have any siblings?
Two.
Two.
And then a bunch of step people. But
oh, fun.
Yeah.
This family gets dicey. That's exciting.
We move around and we populate where we go.
Yeah.
No.
So you're a single mom?
No, my mom, my second stepdad raised me.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, she's been married 3 times, but the third one, he's been my dad most of my life.
Yeah.
I call him dad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
And he moves with her?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Cooperative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he loves it too.
They just I used to be like, oh, it's so weird. I used to try to rationalize it. And I'm like, you know what? Who cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah. They're happy.
People think it's so weird. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But people join cults. There's worse than,
Yeah.
accidentally. But
really?
Well, cults love me. I think because they can smell I have no grounding. So they're like, hey, you don't know your address? We have a cult for you.
What's the one that you almost joined?
I almost joined Nexium.
What?
The big famous one.
Yes.
My Nexium story is the best story in the world. But yeah, and Jesus saved, like, people don't like to believe in Jesus. I am proof that Jesus is real because when I was at a Nexium meeting, I was like, I gotta go. And I'm really susceptible. I could have gone down there.
Yeah. You're like just his type too. He likes them skinny.
Honestly, I gotta tell you something, Caitlin. When
Terrifying.
I heard what they went after, I had never been so flattered in my life. Because it was like, we like a thin, successful. I was like, oh.
Yeah, you would have been number 2 next to that Smallville lady.
I used to live in her room. She rented me her room for a discount in Williamsburg. And that's how I had to go to a meeting to like thank her for giving me this discount.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go. It's
wow.
Crazy town.
And wow. So Jesus was the one that
Jesus
was just
saved
like,
me.
hey, girl.
Yeah. Literally, I could feel God being like, this is not cool. And they only had lentils. Can you imagine like going to like a girl party and there was just bowls on your face?
Oh, God.
It's like,
oh, just lentils?
Just lentils. I was
That's
like,
not a finger food. You need a spoon.
Also, it's like, where's the French onion dip?
Yeah.
Like,
give me a buffalo wing. Something.
Something. Like, you're not going to recruit me with lentils.
I have standards. How dare you? Give me a spinach onion dip.
Something.
Give me anything.
A mozzarella stick? Come on.
Bruschetta? Come on. I'd give up my freedom for a bruschetta. I'd do that real fast. Good God.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And then you left. How many meetings did you go to?
Just one. I knew right away. I didn't even. And here's the thing about, and I feel like I'm hijacking this because I know this isn't necessarily like a drinking
I want
story.
it. I want it.
So here's the thing: is like I don't know if you like grew up poor, people freaking take advantage of that.
Yes,
because you don't necessarily have the like skills. Like your skill set's different. Yeah. I think very much equal, but very different. And so that was a very privileged group of gals. Like it cost them like it was just had privilege all over it. Yeah. And they wanted me to spend the night after that meeting. It was like going to be a slumber, and I was like, I have to go to work. Yeah. Like thank God I was working at the Hollywood Improv that night. And like the gas to get to their meeting, I was like, I can't afford to like come back here for the next day follow-up. So bye. It like literally not having money and Jesus saved me from Nexium.
That's crazy. Yeah. That weird guy with the glasses could have been your Jesus.
Steve, yeah.
What's his name?
Steve Ranieri.
Yeah, I know. He's so ugly.
He's so ugly. All cult, well, David Koresh was pretty hot. Have you seen pictures of David Koresh? The Waco cult.
Oh, yes. In a very 80s kind of way.
Yeah, those glasses.
Yeah, I know. It just happens to be back in now.
It's back in. Yeah, I think 10 years ago I'd be like, gross. What if Keith Raniere comes back in? What if 10 years from now we're like, he was so hot?
There's no way. There's no way. He had too much hair and he was short. And
he
although I
loved
love a short king. Love a short king.
My fiance's short as well.
Yeah, they're the best. Oh,
they're the
congratulations.
Best. Congratulations to you. We're getting married.
2 gals. Well, hypothetically.
Yeah. But I was never going to get married. Were you?
I mean, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, I never cared. I like never cared.
I love you, Steve. Yeah, I never really cared. And I always assumed it would happen, but like paying for a wedding seems like a nightmare.
Yeah, it seems crazy.
Yeah.
It seems like an insane thing that I have dove into.
Yeah. Have you started planning already?
Here's the deal.
Okay.
I was never going to get married.
Okay.
I don't spend money on my shirt is $13 and I had to really think think it. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't
raised poor.
This
is a hand-me-down
for
a college I didn't go to.
Also, I bet your viewers are like, you should have kept that $13.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
It's a little gross. But so here's my mother is I'm the only girl.
Okay.
My mom has a terminal illness, and this is something she wants. And if she wants to give me this money to have a wedding, it's like Do it. It's going to be a big fun party.
Big fun party. Everyone's going to get together.
Yeah.
And that's mostly what I want. You just want all your favorite people.
You just want all your favorite people there.
Together. And your mom wants that for you. And that's a beautiful gift that she can give you.
Yeah. And it's like, for me, spending that kind of money on one day feels repulsive. Like it actually feels like I'm not registering for stuff. Like if you want to give something, make a donation to a charity. Like, I feel disgusting spending this kind of money, but I'm also like, if this matters to my mom, and she's not some controlling lady, she just wants to give me this, and it matters to my dad as well, then like I'm gonna have a fun wedding.
I mean, in a dark way, that's good for her. She gets to get everybody out of the way. She doesn't have to travel. She can see them all at once.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I'm so
That's
sorry.
True.
Is that
no,
inappropriate?
she's like she's like in like a motorized wheelchair. And Caitlin, we went to go pick out dresses, and she rode that thing into the dresses. Because she's just learning how to use it. And I was like, Mom. And she was like, but like, she's so sweet about it. She's so funny. She's so sweet. Yeah.
Your mom sounds like the tits.
She's the tits.
Yes.
And she has big tits.
Good job, Mom.
She would die if she heard. Mom, don't listen to this. Because when she moved to Roosevelt Island, she definitely like tripled the amount of Bibles that are in New York City.
Really?
I saw 4 Bibles unpacking with her.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys are very religious.
We're very religious.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So
I
growing
love
up
it.
San Antonio,
Yeah.
is that where it kind of started with the religion? I figured Texas is like.
Yeah, and when I say religion, like I'm not Catholic, and I don't do like rituals or something. I think it's more of like relational, like every day you're like learning more about God, and like God is love, and it's very important to me to not be associated with like judgment or
I see.
anything we see in like the evangelical make them great base. I'm like, that couldn't be further from what I practice or believe.
Okay.
Yeah. And so did that start in Texas? Yeah, probably. I mean, my biological father's half Jewish, and then they were like atheist, but my mom tried to send my brothers to Hebrew school, and then when they got divorced, my mom became a Christian.
Okay.
And so I was raised very Christian.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, where did you go to high school?
All over. I went to like 4 high schools.
What?
I went to Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I think I went to like, I don't know, 11 middle schools. It was crazy.
So it wasn't just like, wow.
Yeah, it was all over.
I was like, oh yeah, she probably went to a handful of different schools. No, a handful in a year.
Oh yeah, a handful in a year. And also like I didn't go to kindergarten. Well, I went to kindergarten for 1 week, and then I was like, I gotta go. And then I went to first grade for like 2 months. I went to like 2 months of second grade. Like I didn't go to school. It's why I don't tweet. I didn't go to school because it's like I'm not gonna get destroyed from my grammar and spelling when like I had no way of learning it. So it's like whatever. Like if you can't put it to if you really can't figure out the I meant, then
Ashley, I fucking love you.
I love you. But it's like when people get weird about that, I'm like, you knew what I meant or you have problems.
Yeah, you know what the fuck I mean. Also, I went to first grade for 2 months. What do you want?
I don't know. Yeah. And it's like, and at a certain point, I don't think you can learn it.
Yeah,
which
I
sucks
understand that.
because I try to write scripts and it's like, how am I going to pitch this?
I mean,
it looks like I wrote it like it looks like it was written in cutout letters by David Koresh.
It's just like a serial killer note.
And I'm like, Act 1,
yeah.
interior.
Yeah, it's cut out from magazines. Hello.
Paper dolls are on the pitch book. Yo, paper dolls are lit. I love
paper doll. I used to get the American doll, and then they would have the paper dolls inside. I know.
Nice.
But what was it? It wasn't American. It might have been American Girl magazine. My mom loved that shit.
Really?
She tried to put that onto me.
And but did you like it?
No, I never read any of the books. And my mom was like, "Here's all the books, and here's a doll," and I was just like, "Okay."
And then, but you have like an art history background, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Whoops.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What?
It's not great. It's not a good degree to have.
Really?
No. I mean, what do you learn? You learn things that don't matter.
Unless you're Nanette.
Yeah. I mean, and even then, I mean, she could have found all that on a Wikipedia. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Because every time somebody wants to go to a museum, I'm like, you don't have Google Images? What?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't need to go stand and look at that.
I mean, I enjoy art.
Sure.
You know, and I'll go and I'll look and I'll be like, that's pretty. But
Yeah.
I am in and out of a museum.
Yeah.
And I'm not paying over $40 to get in. I'm in and out, and I'm looking for coupons,
Yeah, but were you like photography or painting or
photography and video? Yeah.
Okay, because the photographer I'm obsessed with, and I'm going to say her name wrong, the one that would take pictures of like the Dust Bowl, and she would take actually a lot of pictures of like migrant workers.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Lang, Deara Lang or what?
Yeah,
what's her freaking...
yeah, whatever her name is.
Yeah. Basically, she took pictures of poor white trash, and it was great.
Our history degree did not come into handy. 6 years.
Yeah.
Lang? I don't know. The one with the lady who's like this with all the kids behind her?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
exactly
poor
right.
white trash.
Poor white trash.
Why you would connect to that.
I love it. I love it. I almost thought about sending that as my save the day. Just like that migrant mother. It's called Migrant Mother. Yeah.
Yeah. See, you know more about it than I do. I went to school for this shit. Okay, so when did you start drinking?
Okay, so because I'm from Texas, I started drinking very young.
Okay.
I started drinking, I think I probably had I got blackout drunk at like 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. We got a new record.
Do we really? Really?
I mean, we've had people been like, I tried beer for the first time at like 11, but blackout drunk at 12.
Blackout drunk.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Like we're multiple.
What happened?
So I don't know where all the Ashleys are now, but when I was growing up, there were like 6 Ashleys in every class, but we all had different. So this one, I almost said her last name. So you always wanted to be friends with somebody with a single mom. You always wanted to. All the Ashleys were single, their moms were all single and super hot, and that's the way you want to go. Because those moms go out on the weekends.
Yes.
Right? They're trying to get a new daddy. So we would just go crazy at one of the Ashleys. She had a slumber party. Her hot mom was dating this guy, and they were boozing at the slumber party.
Yeah.
Jack Daniels and Budweiser.
Wow.
And then they gave me a few shots because I was always like, let's take off our clothes. Let's go paper houses. Like I was real wild.
Yeah.
Because I think I was overcompensating. I didn't really have like access. Like we weren't really allowed to watch TV or listen to music or anything. Like it was very strict. And now my mom's different. Like they changed. You got to let your parents have grace. But like, so I was so wild to overcompensate for the fact that like I had no idea who New Kids on the Block. Like, no, I haven't seen Top Gun. Like I don't know what any of y'all are talking about. So I was always like being wild and crazy. So I started drinking their Jack Daniels with them. Mind you, I'm 12. They're adults.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
they should be like,
right.
Wait a minute.
Like all the other kids are like watching a movie and I think listening to Leanne Rhymes. It was when Trisha Yearwood and her had that big song.
Which
you
one?
don't know
What's
what I'm talking
about?
No,
sure don't. That's some Texas shit right there.
Yeah, they both recorded a similar song. Anyway, it was a big rival.
Was it the Blue? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I remember that. I don't
right.
know that Trisha Yearwood had that.
Yeah.
Okay. She's now married to
Garth Brooks?
Garth
No.
Brooks.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're married.
So, that
Leanne
seems...
Rhymes is just, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't know what she's
very thin now.
Very thin.
Yeah. So I got wasted with her parents on Jack Daniels and then didn't know about like beer before liquor, never been. So I'm like mixing the beer, threw up everywhere, blacked out. One of those snitches, her name was Lindsay.
Lindsay, fuck you. Fuck off, Lindsay.
She told her mom, and her mom told my mom. Yeah.
That's so rude because it wasn't even your fault.
It wasn't my fault.
You didn't know.
Adults gave me.
Yeah.
But then I remember covering for the adults because I wanted to go back over there.
Yeah. And be like, I want more Jack Daniels. That sounds great.
Yeah. And I definitely think I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what I felt the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember her mom and that guy thought it was hilarious. Which
I bet they did.
That's bad parenting.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. What is that Ashley up to now?
I gotta find her.
Yeah,
it was definitely ASHLEE because we all had a different spelling.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the same thing with Caitlin's. There's always different spellings, and you're just like KATELYNNE.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Why?
Yeah, insane. Yours is ASHLEY.
Yeah.
I mean,
OG.
standard.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Way to go.
Thank you. You
great.
too.
Good job. Good job, Mom.
Good job, Mom.
Look at that.
I know.
God, rascal scooter in the middle of.
It was amazing. She just drove into the dresses. But she's so sweet. She was just like, do you like this dress?
She sounds like
She's
a
the
badass.
Oh, she's the best. She's the best. She's the best.
Okay, so that's middle school.
Yeah.
High school. What is high school like?
High school is like, that's like how I made friends. Like, so I would move all the time and it would be like, hey, I'm the new girl, but I can get us alcohol. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, really, I'll thank you, God. I always was able to like make friends very quickly. And my girlfriends who are still my best friends in Texas, who is like, we would move and then move back, or like I had this group of girlfriends, or they would go visit me, like stay with me on Christmas.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So I kind of had this like group that no matter where I moved, they were like my core. And one of their parents were okay. So when she's my oldest friend in the world, when we were very young, her parents were just like devastatingly poor. I mean, like the poorest people I knew. Then somebody died in their family that like had money. So if you give poor people a ton of money,
hello jet skis.
We had jet skis.
Yep.
So her parents, like if you were in her crew when they were poor, it was like rappers. Like we got rewarded. Like we all got rewarded. Like I think they bought us Doc Martens. Like we had kegs in her backyard every night. Like it was they had a boat that we would put on the lawn and get in our swimsuits and put Snoop Dogg on and call it a boat party, like a yard boat party or something. Like, and we would just party in the boat on a Wednesday, drinking wine coolers and beer, and like thinking this was the life. We're on a yard. Yeah.
We are in the front yard.
We were in the front yard
on a docked boat, landlocked boat.
It was a landlocked boat. We were just like Snoop Dogg.
The neighbors must have been like, "What is happening?"
No, the neighbor were like, yeah, the neighbors were. I mean, it was. I look back and I'm like, how did they not go to jail? Those parents.
I mean, it's Texas.
Yeah, so many people from that crew are dead.
Yeah, are you serious?
Yes.
This is the darkest podcast I think we've had.
But it's also like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all the kids that drank and drove died. Like, it's like, we went to so much, like babies died. Like, it was crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. We were nuts.
Wow, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. One dude I dated on a jet ski drove wasted into a bridge. It was like, you can't drink that much when you're a child.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Does that family still have the money? Yeah, that's a no. No. They had to sell the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah. But I don't even think you sell things. I think they just waste away. Like, it might still be in the yard. You know what I mean?
Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
They really need to teach financial literacy in schools.
They do. Because I'm telling you right now, if I make $1 million, first thing I'm doing Dolly Parton hologram. It's like there's no stocks, there's no buying property. But when you come over, Jolene is gonna play. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah, I get that. 100%.
What'd you do with your money the first time you made money?
The first time I made money, I think about shoes. I always buy shoes. Yeah. I love a new pair of kicks.
Nice.
And
nice.
I bought a hairless cat. So
that cat is cute.
Yeah, that cat is so
cute.
I love it. It is an extension of my heart.
But
it is unnecessary money.
Yeah, yeah,
now I have a hairless cat.
that is kind of like I'm successful.
Yeah, yeah. Hello, I had to pay for a cat that you could find in the street. This cat looks like it has cancer.
Yeah, that's money.
That's money right there. I had to buy something that ugly on purpose.
Yeah, that's money. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm still poor. Okay, so high school, you're a rowdy girl. Rowdy girl.
I used to travel with an alarm clock that was a rooster because no matter what, like I was allowed to spend the night on weeknights. I was allowed to stay out all weekend at my girlfriend's house, but no matter what, I had to be in church on Sunday morning. Like that was not a negotiable. So I would travel with an alarm clock. Like I would be at keg parties with an alarm clock in my purse. It was battery operated. My mom got it from my grandma from Publishers Clearinghouse. And so no matter where we passed out that night, I had an alarm going off so that somebody would take me to church.
Wow.
Yeah.
and you could just do whatever you wanted.
I could do whatever I wanted as long as my butt was in church on Sunday morning, which I don't think that is what Jesus intended.
Probably not. But I mean,
but
Mary Magdalene, huh?
But that's the thing. That's what I love about the Bible is that Jesus was like, I party with everybody.
This is the most religious we've ever talked.
Yeah,
this podcast.
Jesus was like, I'm hanging out with all my friends, and I'm
This is a convert
food.
episode, so this is what we're doing.
I know. I do this on every podcast. That's why I think I never go on podcast because they're like, she's going to talk about Jesus.
So, what do you do after high school? Because I got to imagine getting all your transcripts together to go to college has got to be rough.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
You guessed correctly. No one else has ever put that together that like that wasn't going to be an easy transition for me. Because first of all, I partied so much and you combine partying and moving and there is no like the only reason I graduated is because they felt bad for me and they thought I was funny. Like that was it. Like there was no, I faked the special needs test.
What?
Like all you have to do, like how hard is it to put the circle in the square and then be like, oh no, like it's you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I was so freaking inventive, but I was like, I see your math and I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So where is the special needs department? And then I got in there and you don't have to do anything in special needs. They teach you how to write a check. That was it. That's it.
That's probably more financial literacy than we had in
Totally.
college.
Totally. So then I got put in like the work study program, which is just for kids that have no future.
Yeah.
It is because you leave school at like noon.
Yeah.
And then you go to work, a minimum wage job. So they're really like, this girl will wind up like the receptionist at a gym was everybody's high hope for me.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. But I always took acting very seriously.
Oh, that's
so
good.
I would like I was crazy and would like do anything to be in acting classes. And then, so when I graduated, I was like, oh, I'm just going to move to New York.
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't take the SATs. There was no like transcript.
No.
Yeah.
So you moved to New York and what's that like?
So it was my second time because when we moved to New Jersey, I would take acting school in New York. So I like take the bus in every day. And then I'd go hostess at like Charlie Brown Steakhouse.
Charlie Brown?
Yeah, isn't that weird? It was by the Meadowlands. Anyway, that's insane. So I struggled. I actually like got a hotel room on 38th Street, and it was the worst. Like it was lose your mind. Like it was scary.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I was like 18, and so my oldest brother lived in Austin, and he was like, why don't you come live here for a year and figure out how to be a person and then go to New York?
Yeah.
So I was working at an art gallery in Austin.
That's fun.
Yeah, and framing is hard and expensive. I don't think
is.
people know how expensive that is.
It is. Yeah, there's a lot of angles, a lot of math.
A lot, yeah. So doing way too many drugs and alcohol in Austin. Way too much.
Is this when we get to the Taco Bell situation?
No, that was college.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a thesaurus. I was an educated lady.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
yeah, come on.
I'm not trying to
Ivy
put the cart
League,
before the
no.
horse here. Okay.
Yeah, so then I was going quickly downhill and like partying and drugs and blah, blah, blah. And
What kind of drugs are we talking?
Oh, I loved cocaine.
Really? That's a skinny girl drug.
It is.
Skinny girls love cocaine.
Love cocaine.
Yeah.
But I also, I think I made myself bipolar by snorting Hydroxycut. Do you remember Hydroxycut? I'm not even joking.
I remember Hydroxycut.
Do you remember Hydroxycut? And everybody drinking Celsius, they need to be careful. It's Hydroxycut light. You watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait for it.
Yeah, you wait for it. Because it made me bipolar. I don't even think I'd be bipolar if I hadn't snorted Hydroxycut.
How does one decide to snort Hydroxycut?
I ran out of cocaine and I was like, maybe this will make me feel better.
How often did you snort Hydroxycut?
I think it's just one night, but I think I took it too much.
Okay.
I would take a lot of Hydroxycut.
Okay. Yeah. You look great. There's an endorsement for Hydroxycut.
This was 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, it sticks with you. When you snort it, it stays. That's what happens.
That's what I always say. Yeah, and then I finally like auditioned for because my mom was like, "Why don't you audition for acting school?
Yeah,
like you're not something's not working here."
Yeah.
And so I auditioned for acting school, and you don't have to have like a grades or anything.
Yeah,
And I got in, and then,
that's great.
yeah, and it really was like the love and the dedication of that kind of
Mhm.
like all my partying went away because I was in such a competitive program
Yeah.
and I just wanted to be the best.
Oh, that's good.
So I just like never partied.
Really?
I partied on the weekends. Sometimes that's when the thesaurus situation happened.
Tell me about this. Please tell me.
Okay, so we would throw these parties that were like first year, second, like when
What city are we in?
we're in Winston-Salem, North
Got it.
Carolina.
Okay.
So like in a conservatory, you only have like 20 people in your class.
Yeah.
Right? And then sometimes people get cut. So
Oh,
it's
my
like really small.
God.
Yeah, it's like you have to be super good and it's really small classes.
Yeah.
So if you're a third year, you're in your junior year and the new first years come, every year throws them a party. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And they're like wild parties. So our theme was camp. So we were all like camp counselors.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wearing like a cutoff shirt and short that said camp and shorts and high heels. And
Of course, that's what you wear at camp.
That's what you wear at
Mhm.
camp.
Yeah.
And I left the party to go get Taco Bell. And I had this Thunderbird that like I didn't know you had to get oil changes. Like I never once got an oil change, and then I left it in a driveway when I left Winston-Salem, which is not the first car I've just abandoned because I didn't know you had to like sell things in titles and blah blah blah. So I drove my Thunderbird to Taco Bell,
Mm-hmm.
and of course a cop was like, "Seems like you're intoxicated."
You're like, what?
And then I threw a thesaurus at him that was like in my Thunderbird. And I was like, I am a camp counselor. I was like, I'll have you know.
Oh my God.
And they just drove me home. Can you imagine? Like the epitome of, I have marched in everything for every group of people, just to be clear. I've made a lot of donations. Because I understand I'm a very privileged white appearing woman.
Well, at the same time, that's their fuck up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's
Who
their
just
fuck up.
drives a woman
What are you going to
home?
say? I'm a hero. Arrest me.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a counselor. And I like threw the I don't know what. And I think I still got my tacos. Like, I think I got my cheesy gordita crunch. I think so.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No
Yeah.
DUI.
No DUI.
That's
An
crazy.
escort, a free Uber ride.
Yeah. I mean, I think it also has to do with you being very pretty.
Well, that's very kind.
Well, I mean, I think were they male?
They were male.
Yeah.
And also Winston.
She's just a pretty little something. She's just trying to get through something. You know, she's just
trying
not.
to get
I
some-
could be her
some top.
daddy. I'm going to be her daddy, and I love her so much.
But praise Jesus, I never got a deal. But also, I don't drive anymore. I
Mhm.
rarely did it. And the fact that I ever drove drunk really upsets me.
Oh, of course.
It's upsetting. Did you ever drink and drive?
No.
Thank God.
Um,
That's a really bad thing to do.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, that I take that back. I drove drunk once, and it was only 4 blocks. It was 4 blocks, and
Yeah.
I ran into my friend. I was driving my friend's car because I was like, I'm not that drunk. I only had like.
I thought you were going to say, I'm not going to drive my car drunk.
No. We just took her car. We should have just left it and walked home.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's only 4 blocks. I got this. I feel fine.
Yeah.
And I made it the whole way. And then as soon as I turned into the parking spot, I hit
No.
the pole.
Oh, no.
And her bumper fell off. And we just looked at it and we were like, we'll deal with this tomorrow. And we went to bed. And then my friend came back downstairs and she saw the bumper was up. She starts weeping. And I'm at work. I already went to work. And then they like put it together with duct tape and some zip ties. And my friend was like, what the fuck? And I was like, you're right. This is bad.
Yeah, I love that you will deal with this tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, all of us. There was 3 people in the car. We were like, it's fine. And we go to bed. Yeah. She's still one of my best friends.
Yeah. Sure.
The fact that she is still my friend after everything I've done is crazy.
One of my best friends, her engagement party, I went in so hard on buying liquor for it. She had to go to rehab. And I took this as like, I'm the best party planner ever. And our other friends were like, you're not feeling the right emotion for this situation.
You went to rehab because of me?
I know. I was
Stop.
like, oh my gosh, should I go to wedding planning?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because it's like when her parents realize like she has a problem.
Did she still get married?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, everything worked out.
Everything worked
and
out.
now neither one of us drink. Everything worked out.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically saved her.
Yes. I see now. I'm like, oh, I did not. That wasn't good.
Yeah. Oops, a doodle.
But people, don't you ever get weird? Like, I always get scared. I feel like now we live in a society where it doesn't, like, I would be in trouble for drinking and driving, even though that was 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Aren't we allowed to, like, grow up?
Yeah, we're allowed to change as
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
If people can change their minds and change their politics, they can.
Yeah.
It's allowed.
Yeah.
That's what we all want the other side to do anyway.
Right.
So,
So
just
it's-
allow it.
Yeah.
We're growing and changing.
Yeah. So it's really weird to be held
Yeah.
down. You know
And
what
the
I
amount
mean?
of drunk driving that we've talked about on this podcast.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Yes. The amount. And then every time before I do it, a little announcement, I'm like, I do not condone drunk
Yes.
driving. Please do not drink and
Yes,
drive.
please don't drink and drive. I really
Yeah.
don't. I don't even drive anymore. Like, I don't drink. I don't drive.
No, I mean, it's literally, I think that it is a phase when you are younger where you think you're invincible.
Yes.
You think I'm never going to die. Nothing bad could ever happen to me.
Yeah.
And then something does happen and you're like, oh, it's like
I
getting scared
know.
straight.
Yeah.
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 So that bumper was that for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Mhm. I know. And yours was Taco Bell. The source
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Oh, is
I
there
also
more?
gave a.
Oh, was there did we not learn from that one? Okay.
No, this was before that. This was in Austin.
Okay.
My oldest brother threw me a surprise birthday party.
That's sweet.
I know, and it was a fish fry. It was
Uh-huh.
so fun. I can see you're being like,
No.
Texas.
Yeah, no, it's very Texas. Okay. Yeah.
It was a fish fry, and he also gave me like all this Patron.
Uh-huh.
And I got wasted, and then he gave me like a bag of raw fish. That sounds disgusting.
Yep.
To like take home. I guess I was supposed to cook it. Yeah. It sounds disgusting. And on my way home, I would always see this. So I should not have been driving, and I would always see this unhomed man
Mhm.
standing on a corner that I would turn on to go to my apartment. And I was like, oh, I'll give him this fish.
She just gave him raw fish. Yeah, I'm a hero. Here's your raw fish.
I thought it was so nice of me at the moment. And
It's
then
like-
I didn't see him the next day. And I was like, what if I poisoned him?
Yeah, you might have.
Like, why would I give somebody a bag of raw fish?
Honestly, you probably sent him to the hospital, which is a roof over his head. Huh? And
He-
no one
yeah.
expects him to pay back that debt, so he's fine. Look at this. I'm finding the silver lining in everything. Everything's
You
sad.
would be a great defense lawyer.
No, I'm a bad person.
Yeah.
I think that's
I think
more.
I did see him afterward, and I wanted to be like, hey, that night I gave you that bag of fish. I'm so sorry.
It's like, no, it was great. I
bet he
fed
was
my
like,
cat.
Why? I think it's probably like this lady. She needs help.
No, it's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
a beautiful. Your heart was in the right place half the time.
Half the time. Half the time.
You were
yeah.
still driving drunk, but you at least gave free food
Yeah.
that is unedible to a man who wants food more than anything.
I know. Oh my God.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
That was rough. That was a rough one. Yeah, that was a rough one.
Well, we are coming near the end,
Okay.
and so I like to ask if there's any stories we didn't get to. Is there one like a doozy? Huh?
Oh, just one. We in Texas on spring break, everybody goes to South Padre Island.
Oh, that's
And
fun.
you go party on the beach in the daytime, and you pour alcohol in like big gulp cups.
Okay.
So everybody's drunk on the beach, and then at night you go to Mexico.
Oh, fun.
And yeah, because
okay.
Mexico's not that far.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you're in Mexico, you can party all night long. There's no drinking rules, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So that is all really fun unless the second Gulf War starts the day that you go over the Mexican border. Remember after 9/11? Not Gulf War, we started Iraq, yeah. So borders are open until you're in a war.
Oh no.
And then borders are not open. So we went into Mexico like, woo, spring break. And when we were coming back, they were like, America's at war. And there were tanks.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so we got back in, but it was just a totally, it really kills your buzz when you're like, why are there tanks at the border?
And you're just like, hi.
Yeah, and so they ask you what high school do you go to because they know you're underage.
Yeah.
And so to get back into America, then they were like, well, what high school do you go to? And I didn't want to get in trouble because I was like, well, what if they call the high school? By the way, it's like 4 a.m. How the Mexican border is gonna call my high school?
Yeah.
Like, so I go to Rainbow High. And they let me in. They let me in.
I have a very similar story.
You
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
You do about the Mexican border?
Yeah, I went to Tijuana to go party. I went to school in San Diego.
Oh.
And in order to come back, you just had to, they were like, what country is your country of origin? You have to say the United States of America. And I said, your mom. Yeah. And they were like, well, she's so entitled. Get on in. And
Oh my
and then
gosh.
I got arrested at the border for being drunk in public.
Oh my God.
They were like, basically, go on in. Yeah, you made it. And then they looked like, this one. Hello.
Your mom is the funniest country I've ever heard in my life. That's so
Your
good.
mom.
That's so good.
I mean, I was so stupid.
That's so good, though. That's worth it.
I mean, I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
How'd you
friend
get
did
out of
not.
jail?
Again, the same friend.
Wait, the bumper friend?
Bumper friend. She's
Yes.
a ride or die. That Chirsty.
Yeah,
I won't say her last name, but
Yeah,
Chirsty. How
yeah.
many are there?
Yeah.
Anyway, but she is like, she was great.
Yeah,
She-
my ride or die. We left her in Mexico one time. And
How do you leave her in Mexico?
we were like, we're leaving.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, I'm not.
Okay.
And then we left her. And now looking back, I'm like, you know what? You shouldn't leave your friend in Mexico.
Yeah. Dude, was she okay?
Yeah, she was fine. But
Where'd she stay?
some guy had it. I don't know. She made it back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good
I think
for
we
her.
got her the next day. I think we went back for her. I don't remember.
Okay.
But
Wild.
that's the thing people don't understand. Like, if you live adjacent to the
Yeah,
Mexican
yeah, yeah.
border, you just have a different childhood.
It's normalized.
It's totally normalized.
Yeah, and you realize that Tijuana is just the same as just any other city.
Is it like that still? Are the borders like that still?
I mean, I think it's harder to get back in.
Okay.
But this was all before the border wars and all that stuff.
Yeah, same. I
Mhm.
know. It
Yeah.
sucks because we know it was like friendly and fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We had a nice time.
We had a nice time.
Yeah. Well, Ashley, where can people find you?
Okay, so my Instagram is Ash Austin Morris.
Okay.
And that's where I post everything. That's where the special comes out November 10th.
The video
The
component.
video component.
Yes.
Of the Branzino. Servers are like the components are long. It comes out November 10th. And then I'm going to be at the Funny Bones in Syracuse, Albany, and
Hartford?
Hartford.
There we go.
Thanks for saving me on that
Yeah,
one.
it's the big three.
Yeah. I'm going to be there November 30th. No, yes, November 30th, December 1st and 2nd.
Look at that. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go see her live. She's very funny. I had a
Thank
very
you.
nice time watching you and talking with you.
Thank you. I had such a fun time talking with you.
Oh, we
Don't drink
did.
and drive.
Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. And your mom is not a country.
Your mom is not a country, and Jesus is awesome.
Oh boy. I will not reiterate that, but those are the views expressed by Ashley Austin Morris alone.
This is why I don't get invited places.